3 or 4 minutes to why we are saying what we are saying. I'll take not more than 3 or 4 minutes. The only sole temple of Lord Ayappa, which has him in one form as a Nashtik Brahmacharya. The word Nashtik means an eternal Brahmacharya. Fertile females, menstruating females, between the age of 10 to 50.
Why they are going to only one temple would be little harsh.
No, Manoj. I'm not saying what you're thinking. I agree. I'm not saying that, Manoj.
Not that tone, I suppose.
I'm not saying this.
Romance. This is
I bow down. No. I'm saying something else. I'm glad I'm not. So I'm not business. Now, Manoj, your lordship's time is limited. Give me 3 to 4 minutes. This is important, Manoj, and I'll stick to that time. On one page, on this Sabrimala issue. I'm not arguing the facts. Your lordship should know. Your lordship has heard so much of law. It can't be completely in an ivory tower in abstract. Relate it for 3 or 4 minutes to why we are saying what we are saying. I'll take not more than 3 or 4 minutes. Your lordship has already been very generous with the time. Your lordship has addendum C in that same. Now just allow me to, Malas, make that. Don't even read it. Malas, this Lord Ayappa, I am told, has about 1,000 temples in India. Somebody says it's 1499, somebody says 1,000. Let us not get into that. The only sole temple of Lord Ayappa, which has him in one form as a Nashtik Brahmacharya. The word Nashtik means an eternal Brahmacharya. It's the only one temple of Lord Ayappa, which worships Lord Ayappa in that form. Now, Malas, the very foundation, this is Malas at your lordship, page 7. One page is written there. The very foundation of the fame and prowess of this Lord and this deity is in the form only of Nashtik Brahmacharya. The only reason people revere him is because he has eschewed all forms of Grihasthashram and has adopted penance of a very high order, which includes celibacy and self-denial completely to an extreme position, which is why, Malas, when you go up, you need to do vratam, the ordinary people who worship, for 40 days before that, supposedly, 41 days, supposedly. I mean, you don't do it, it's a different matter, but that's a principle. Now we have to relate it to 14. My main argument is we are excluding females. First of all, remember, there is no exclusion of females. Females below 10 and above 50 are allowed. So it's not a gender per se. Second argument is, within the band of 10 to 50, you are making a subclassification of females who cannot go. Now, Malas, if I am able to show in Article 14 and 15 that this exclusion of supposedly fertile females, menstruating females, between the age of 10 to 50, their denial has a direct nexus with the object and the identity and the manifestation of the deity, then it's a valid classification. That's the legal argument when it goes to the facts. The validity of a classification between women below 10 and above 50 on the one hand versus women between 10 and 50 has to be judged with what you are discussing. You're not discussing a toy shop. You're not discussing a restaurant. You're not discussing some other deity who has no connection. He is, Malas, a celibate, eternal Brahmacharya who, Malas, forbids all forms of Grihasthashram, chief of which is celibacy. Now, therefore, it is, of course, you can argue why is it not 11 years? Why is it not 49 years? It is assumed that fertile women in this age would be antithetical to the very manifestation and existence of the identity of the deity. You might not have Lord Ayappa as an eternal Brahmacharya. But Malas, these women can certainly visit Lord Ayappa in 999 other temples. If they are so concerned in a PIL, why should they want to visit just that one temple? There's only one temple. So, Malas, you will apply these tests if you come down to pure law. 17, 14, etc. The exclusion has a direct, valid, proper, real and genuine nexus with the identity of the temple you are discussing. That's what I elaborate where the facts come.
SINGHVI, it is just a block 10 to 50 or menstruating 10 to 50.
No, it is assumed that 10 to 50 fertile women. There is an assumption there is an ad hocism there. Your Lordship in Nakara has said all ages and all lines are necessarily arbitrary. If I had put 11, your lordship could have asked why not 12. So all lines are arbitrary. It is assumed that fertile women will be in that age group. It may not be correct, but it's an idea. Basically, you will exclude all forms which are antithetical to the identity of the deity.
Interestingly, you may have some submission argument to say that these are the reasons. This is a particular reason. Right? Questioning why not 999 and why they are going to only one temple would be little harsh.
No, Manoj. I'm not saying what your lordship is thinking. I agree. I'm not saying that, Manoj.
But not
No,
in
no,
that
no.
tone, I suppose.
I'm not saying this.
You may say that this is
I
a
bow down. No. I'm saying something else. I'm glad. I'm not business. I'm not saying these PIL petitioners or the women who are should go to other temples. That's not my argument. I am saying on a valid classification, you can be excluded from what you are antithetical, but you have.
posing that question, without posing that question.
But you have equal access to Lord Ayappa in 1499 other temples. That's all I'm saying. It's not that you can never do darshan of Lord Ayappa anywhere. But this particular form of Lord Ayappa is not worshipped anywhere else. And Manoj, if the belief, which is nobody says is an imaginary belief, is that Lord Ayappa represents Manoj, brahmacharya in its highest form. If that belief is genuine, then how can I or she or a PIL petitioner question that belief in a PIL? That's the issue. I'm not saying that this particular association can't go to other temples.
Is it the oldest temple of Lord
May
Ayappa?
not be.
Well, let's see. There are 8 in Delhi. I don't know. Maybe there are some older ones.
No, I can't see.
This is about 200 years, I
I
believe.
can't see that. Let's see.
We check it out. Please check it out.
Reconsecration took place in 1950.
But this form is worshipped only there.
250.
This form is worshipped only that one.
That's important. That's the most important part in the 14 and the 17 and the 25 test.
In fact, Lord, the Brother is sometimes taken. Other temples situated slightly elsewhere.
So,
As in the deity having the unique characteristics, you find it only in Delhi.
you have to judge contextually. We are not talking of women being excluded per se from going to a normal place. We are talking of a very special deity. Now, if I made an arbitrary, unknown, ridiculous rule about women without looking at the deity, then I am wrong. But I have not done that.
You are only highlighting the belief.
Belief.
Thank you, Dr. Singh. Thank you
Deeply
very much.
obliged. Very deeply obliged.
Done, I think.
No,
Thank you very much.
it's very kind,